Looks like we got some kidnappers on the loose, but the mistake they make is kidnapping the son of Storm. Kidnap, directed by Luis Prieto, Prieto, starring Halle Berry and Sage Correa, Correa. This movie is a film that should have came out a long time ago, but because the studio it was coming from went bankrupt, it had to go through another studio, and now it's out. Starring Halle Berry as Carla Dyson. She is a single mother and a waitress of a 6-year-old. In the opening scene, we get to see this 6-year-old grow up from a baby to 6 years old, and then we meet Halle Berry's character, Carla Dyson, as a waitress. She is in a bit of a custody battle with her ex-husband over the son. I mean, right now she has shared custody. The ex-husband wants full custody rights, and she's trying to prove that she can still be a good mother to her son and everything. And what happens is she decides to take her son to the local amusement park. They are having fun there, going on the rides. They're playing Marco Polo as well. The boy likes to hide a lot. And what happens, as in the title of the movie, the boy gets kidnapped. Carla sees the kidnapper getting away with her son. She gets in her own car to go after the kidnapper's car, and we're in a high-speed pursuit between Carla Dyson versus the kidnappers, I should say. There's more than one, and that's pretty much the movie. The Carla Dyson going after these kidnappers to try to retrieve her son, and you really see that the desperation in Halle Berry's face as she's trying to get her son back. And I think, despite the fact that this movie's not very good, Halle Berry's doing the best she can with this movie. And personally, I don't think she's that great of an actress, but she does a very good job within this film. I did like the boy that plays Frankie. I thought he was very good in the movie, and the actors that play the kidnappers look like your typical generic hillbillies, really. They did a pretty good job with their role, but really there wasn't much to them. So let's just get into the negatives of this movie. The main negative with this movie is the editing. The editing is horrendously bad. Some of the action is really not done very well, so you really don't see the action very well when there are suspenseful scenes happening. There's this one scene where Halle Berry's fighting with one of the kidnappers in her own car, and that scene is a little bit hard to watch in the sense that it's very hard to see what's going on within that scene because the camera's moving around too much. And then there's another scene later on during the climax of the movie that is very difficult to watch because you really can't see what's going on because of how much the camera's shaking. So there's that problem. There's a little bit too much shaky cam, almost like director Olivier Megaton did this movie, really, which is not a good comparison if you want to look at it that way. He was the director of Taken 2 and Taken 3. The kidnappers just feel a little bit too generic, and there are a few too many plot holes in this movie. There's a scene where Halle Berry is being chased by this big dog, and later on the dog just disappears, really, and we don't get to see that dog again. So that was really weird, and there are a lot of scenes like that within this movie. Now, I didn't walk out hating this film. I did legitimately enjoy this film. I did like it. I thought it was an okay film, pretty much a good throwaway thriller, really. But it's not something I would want to revisit, and it's really not something I would consider to be all that memorable, really. I feel like I'm going to forget this movie after a few days. So I'm gonna give this movie a C minus. It's an okay film, but really it's not all that memorable. If you want to see it, I say rent it, really. And that's all I gotta say for Kidnap.